Welcome back, everybody, to the Better You Journey podcast. Today we are embarking on a deep dive into the world of Amway products.
Ooh, fun.
And specifically, we'll be looking at the categories and the brands as they're featured on the Amway United States website.
Yeah.
Now, even if you're not super familiar with Amway, I think you'll find their product lineup pretty fascinating.
It is.
There's a lot to unpack there.
What I think is so interesting is right off the bat how they position themselves.
Yeah.
It's not just about the individual products. It's about this whole idea of like a better you.
Yeah.
It's a journey towards this holistic wellness.
Right. And that is very intentional, I think.
Excellent.
The phrase, fall in love with feeling your best, appears all throughout the website. And, they have this Neutral Light Begin 30 holistic wellness program,
Right.
which that phrase is directly connected to.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're really focusing on this holistic approach to well-being. And, that program really kind of hits on
Yeah,
eating,
it does.
moving and thinking.
Yeah. All these key aspects of, a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
And I think they're targeting an audience that's looking for more than just
Right.
a quick fix,
Yeah.
like a real lifestyle shift.
A lifestyle change, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's what surprised me. I have to admit,
Okay.
I was really blown away by the variety of products that they offer.
Okay.
Because, you think of Amway, and I think a lot of people think just vitamins and supplements,
Right.
but we're talking way beyond that.
We are.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's skincare,
Yep.
makeup,
Mm-hmm.
sports nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
home care,
Yes.
even cookware.
It's amazing, right?
What do you make of that?
Well, I think it's a smart strategy, really, by offering products across so many categories. Amway is essentially,
Yeah.
trying to become a one-stop shop for their customers. It's about building that brand loyalty that extends into every facet of a person's life.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If you trust a brand for your vitamins,
Yeah.
you might be more likely to try their skincare or their cleaning products.
Yeah. It's like they're creating this whole ecosystem
They are.
of Amway.
It's very clever.
And they do a really good job on the website of, highlighting their brands.
Yeah.
Like, they have their own brands, but then they also let you shop by category.
Exactly.
But one thing I noticed was with their branding, especially for Nutrilite,
Mm-hmm.
there's a strong emphasis on plant-based ingredients
Yes.
and Earth's best nutrients and all of that.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I mean, well, I think it's savvy
Okay.
because the demand for plant-based products is skyrocketing,
It really is.
and
Right.
many people associate plant-based with, health and sustainability.
Yeah.
So, it makes you wonder, is
Yeah.
this a genuine commitment from Amway to these values, or are they just capitalizing on a trend? I mean, that's something for you, the listener, to think about as we go through this deep dive.
It's something to consider, for sure.
Yeah.
But before we get too deep into that, there's something else that I wanted to point out that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
And that is that they have these tools on their website,
Right.
like the Wellness Recommender
Mm-hmm.
and the Artistry Virtual Beauty app.
I love that.
Have you had a chance to check those out?
I have.
What do you think?
So the Wellness Recommender,
Yeah.
it walks you through questions about your lifestyle and goals,
Oh, cool.
and then provides personalized recommendations for, food products and health tips.
That's awesome.
And then the Artistry Virtual Beauty app
Uh-huh.
lets you virtually try on makeup
Oh, wow.
and personalize skincare routines based on an assessment of your skin.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, both tools are really leveraging technology
Yeah.
to create a more personalized and engaging experience.
Do you think these tools are genuinely helpful for consumers, or are they more about driving sales?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
On the one hand, personalized recommendations can be incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Especially when you're overwhelmed by choices.
Right.
It's like having a virtual wellness coach
Mhm.
or beauty consultant.
Yeah.
But, let's be real.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal is to increase sales.
Right.
The more engaged you are with a brand,
Mhm.
the more likely you are to buy their products.
Makes sense. And speaking of engagement,
Yeah.
Amway also heavily promotes its business opportunity.
They do?
They have sections on the website about becoming an Amway independent business owner
Mm-hmm.
and using social media to, share product referral links and earn credit. and all
Yeah.
that.
It's that multi-level marketing structure, which is, a key part of the Amway model.
Yeah.
It allows individuals to build their own businesses
Mhm.
by selling Amway products. And sponsoring others to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this model has attracted both praise and criticism over the years.
Right.
But you can't deny that it's been a significant factor in Amway's success.
For sure. It's amazing how much we've already uncovered just from like the first look at the website.
Right.
And for those of you wanting to like delve a little deeper into the world of wellness and personal growth, we highly recommend checking out https://bit.ly the Better You Journey.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's packed with resources and insights.
Yes, and it's a good reminder that while we're analyzing Amway's approach to wellness, ultimately your journey to a better you is uniquely your own.
That's a good point.
So as we continue this deep dive, I want you to keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Now, getting back to Amway, I'm kind of curious about this plant-based focus.
Okay.
Within the context of their business model.
All right.
How do you think Amway independent business owners are using this trend to market products?
That's a great question. I think they're definitely leveraging the popularity of plant-based products to attract customers, especially those who are already interested in natural and sustainable living.
Yeah. Do you think it presents any unique challenges for them, though?
I do.
Because, I mean, the MLM model is all about personal selling, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you effectively communicate the science behind plant-based ingredients?
Yeah.
And, differentiate yourself in such a crowded market.
Right. It's not enough to just say, this product is plant-based.
Right.
These IBOs need to be knowledgeable about the specific ingredients, their benefits, and how they align with Amway's overall focus on wellness.
Yeah.
They need to be able to tell a compelling story that resonates with potential customers.
Yeah. So it sounds like they need to be more than just salespeople.
I think so.
They need to be like educators and advocates for a healthier lifestyle.
Exactly. And that requires a deep understanding of both the products and the target audience.
Right.
It's about building trust and credibility.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you say that like the Artistry virtual beauty app that we talked about earlier could be seen as more of a sales tactic than a genuine attempt to educate and empower consumers?
That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true that any tool can be used for multiple purposes.
Right.
And while that app does offer personalized recommendations, it also serves as a way to, showcase Amway's artistry products.
Right.
And encourage purchases.
Yeah.
So it's like this delicate balance between providing value to the customer and promoting the brand.
Right. And that's something we see throughout their whole website and marketing materials.
Oh, absolutely. It's this constant tension between commerce and a genuine care for the customer's well-being.
Right.
And it's something that you, the listener, can keep in mind as you explore Amway and other brands in the wellness space.
That's a great point. I'm curious to hear what our listeners think about this.
Me too.
Do you find these personalized tools helpful or gimmicky?
Right. Let us know.
Let us know. And to further explore these ideas and, continue this journey with us, don't forget to check out https://bit.ly the Better You Journey.
It's a great resource.
Yeah.
Filled with tips and insights to enhance your well-being.
Exactly.
We'll be back with more insights and exploration of Amway in just a moment.
Sounds good. Welcome back to the Better You Journey podcast. So as we continue exploring this Amway world, I want to focus on something that really stood out to me.
Okay.
And that is their cookware.
All right.
Like, I have to admit, when I think wellness company,
Yeah.
cookware is not the first thing that pops to mind.
It's not the most obvious connection.
No, it's not. So I'm really curious how they've integrated this into their brand and like their whole narrative.
It's a fascinating move, isn't it?
It is.
Like, at first glance, it might seem a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
But if you kind of dig a little deeper, you can see how it aligns with that overall message.
So how do you see it connecting to the bigger picture?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
Wellness isn't just about what you put in your body.
Right.
It's also about the environment you create around you.
Okay.
That includes your home, the food you prepare, the tools that you use.
Oh, so by offering high-quality cookware, they're kind of extending their reach into the kitchen.
Exactly.
And they're promoting healthier cooking practices.
Precisely.
Okay.
They're not just selling pots and pans.
Right.
They're selling this idea of nourishing yourself and your family with delicious home-cooked meals.
I got it.
And it really taps into that desire that a lot of people have for a more mindful and a holistic approach to well-being.
And it ties in so nicely with their emphasis on plant-based eating.
It does.
Because, if you're encouraging people to cook more meals at home using fresh, natural ingredients, wouldn't you also want to provide them with the tools to do that effectively?
Absolutely. It's all about creating a seamless experience for the customer.
Right.
They're providing the inspiration, the ingredients, and now the cookware.
It all comes together.
It does. It's very strategic.
It is.
And comprehensive.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're here with you every step of the way.
Exactly.
On your journey to a better you.
And don't forget the potential benefits for their IBOs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Having this diverse product range gives them more options to offer their customers.
Right.
Potentially leading to increased sales, a stronger business.
Because even if someone isn't, super interested in supplements or skincare, they might be in the market for some new cookware.
They might.
So it expands their reach.
It does.
And opens up new conversations.
Speaking of conversations, let's circle back to the challenges that IBOs might face when marketing these products.
Right.
Especially within the whole MLM structure. We touched on this a little bit earlier with the plant-based products.
Right.
But I think it applies here as well.
I agree. So what are some of the specific hurdles that they might encounter when it comes to promoting cookware? And how do you think they can overcome them?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is differentiation.
Okay.
There are so many cookware brands out there.
Right.
So many that are already well-established and heavily marketed.
Yeah, so how does an Amway IBO stand out?
That's the question.
In such a crowded space, right?
Right. It's not like they can just rely on the Amway name alone.
Right.
They need to give people a reason to choose their cookware.
Over all the others.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So how do they do that?
They need to leverage the strengths of that Amway brand while also highlighting the unique features and benefits of their specific cookware.
Okay.
They need to tap into those core values of, quality, durability, performance.
So I imagine they'd also need to be super knowledgeable about like the materials used, the manufacturing process.
Of course.
Maybe any innovative technologies that set their cookware apart.
Absolutely. They need to be able to speak to those details with confidence and enthusiasm. They need to be able to answer questions.
Right.
Address concerns effectively.
So it's interesting because in a way they're almost becoming like product specialists.
You could say that.
It's not just about selling a product.
No.
They're becoming ambassadors for a way of cooking, a particular lifestyle.
Right. And that level of expertise can be a really powerful selling point. People are more likely to trust someone who genuinely understands the product and can articulate its value.
It's about building trust and rapport.
Exactly.
Just like we talked about earlier. It's about showing that you care about the customer's well-being.
Yes.
And are invested in helping them achieve their goals.
Speaking of goals. Remember that valuable resource we mentioned earlier? For those seeking tips and guidance on their personal wellness journey, be sure to visit https://bit.air, the Better You Journey.
It's packed with information.
It is.
Resources to help you on your path to a better you.
Absolutely.
And as we continue to unpack Amway's approach, let's shift our focus to their messaging around community and social responsibility. Welcome back to the Better You Journey podcast. So as we're wrapping up this deep dive into Amway, I want to kind of shift gears a little bit and talk about something that I notice is often intertwined with their brand. And that's this idea of community and social responsibility. I saw on their website that they highlight a lot of their philanthropic efforts and, the involvement of their IBOs and various initiatives.
Yeah, that's a really key aspect, I think, of Amway's identity. They have a really long history of giving back. And supporting causes that align with their values.
And it seems like it goes beyond just like writing checks too.
Oh, for sure.
They're really encouraging their IBOs to get involved in their communities. And to make a difference.
Exactly. It's about, fostering a culture of empowerment and social responsibility within their network.
So what are some of the causes that they support?
So Amway and its IBOs support organizations that focus on children's health, education, disaster relief.
That's awesome.
Among other things.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, does this focus on community stem from a genuine desire to make a positive impact? Or is it more of a strategic move to enhance their brand image?
I think it's probably a combination of both.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Any company that engages in philanthropy benefits from positive PR.
Right.
But, I think it's important to acknowledge that Amway has had this long-standing commitment to these causes, even before social responsibility became like a major marketing trend.
Yeah, their involvement spans decades. So it suggests like a deeper level of commitment.
For sure.
Than just, hopping on the bandwagon.
Exactly. And think about the impact this has on their IBOs.
Okay.
It provides them with an opportunity to connect with their communities, build relationships, and make a tangible difference.
Yeah.
It can be a really powerful motivator.
Right.
And a source of pride.
It's a win-win situation.
It is.
The community benefits from the support. And Amway strengthens its brand reputation.
Yes.
And fosters, a more engaged network of IBOs.
It's a smart strategy.
It is.
That really reinforces that overall message of empowerment and positive change.
Right. They're not just selling products.
No.
They're promoting a way of life.
Exactly.
That encompasses personal growth, financial independence, and social responsibility.
It's a powerful combination.
It is.
For sure.
Now, I'd be remiss if we didn't acknowledge kind of the elephant in the room. And that is... that Amway has faced its fair share of criticism over the years.
Right.
Particularly regarding their MLM model.
It's true. The MLM structure has been a subject of debate, with some people questioning its sustainability and ethical implications.
But despite those criticisms, Amway has remained like a global powerhouse.
They have.
With a loyal following.
Yes.
And, they've consistently upheld high standards of ethical conduct and product quality.
Right.
They've earned recognition for their commitment to consumer protection and environmental sustainability.
Exactly. It's important to present that balanced perspective.
Yeah.
I think, Amway's success wouldn't be possible without a solid foundation of quality products.
Yeah.
And a strong ethical framework.
And ultimately, the success of any individual IBO depends on their own efforts.
Absolutely.
And their ability to, build genuine relationships with customers.
It's a business model that requires hard work, dedication, and a passion for the products and the values they represent.
And a willingness to give back to the community, it seems.
It seems so.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm really struck by how multifaceted Amway is.
Yeah.
They've built this global brand.
They have.
That encompasses wellness, entrepreneurship, and social responsibility.
It's compelling.
It is. It's a compelling story. And while, their approach might not be for everyone, there's no denying the impact they've had on countless individuals and communities worldwide.
It's been a fascinating journey exploring the world of Amway.
It really has.
And for those of you who are intrigued and want to learn more, we encourage you to visit their website at https://buildgut.live, The Better You Journey.
It's a great resource.
You can explore their products, their business opportunity, and their commitment to making a positive difference.
Absolutely. And ultimately, we encourage you to do your own research.
Yes.
Consider multiple perspectives and form your own conclusions.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Better You Journey podcast for this deep dive into the world of Amway.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking.
And remember, the most important journey is the one you take to become the best version of yourself.
That's right. And everything we do is to better you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening.